Okay, what you are seeing is pictures inside the tank of the paint peeling. I'm not going to go into any more details rather than just let you see what is happening. Maybe this is ethanol induced. Oh, this is definitely a video I didn't want to make. As you see, there is my Triumph, looking a little skinny. Wish that was me. Here's the tank. Buddy and I are going to go for a ride. So, okay, I'll start it up. So I turned on the fuel lines and not much came out. So, okay, let's see how much fuel I've got. So I take the top off. I look inside. Ah, no fuel. However, let's see if I can get you on that. See that? That is tank sealant that I put in, and it's peeling off. It was a POR15 tank sealant. So that has now peeled off. So I got no choice. I got to try somehow and clean it out. I must admit, I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I mean, I'm going to try and reach in and grab some big chunks of it, because I know what'll happen. We'll go on a run and it will clog. Bollocks is the word I'm thinking of. Ooh, what's that? Ah, looks like my nephew's learning to fly. Sorry, I was distracted there. I can only assume that if I put some nuts in there and shake them around, it'll knock off the majority of that paint. And then I'll just have to leave it as it is. Fucking hell. POR15, you suck. And I love POR15 paint, but this tank sealant doesn't work. Okay, I've taken a number of photographs. I'm going to send a complaint to POR15 because that's not acceptable in my book. Now, I have 20 nuts here, and you have to do this. Count how many you put in so that when you're finished, you make sure you get them all out. Otherwise, you could be in for some shit. So, 20 nuts are going to go in. I did try with the screwdriver, but wasn't very successful. So, 20 nuts. And then we're going to do a shake, rattle, and a roll. I'm going to turn it upside down and do everything we can to try and I better put a bit of tape over that hole, otherwise we're going to get gas coming out of there, or even petrol. Right, let me get on and do that. I'm not going to show you me shaking my tank because you'll get excited. Now, I don't know. I don't want to badmouth POR15. However, I'm kind of going to. This is the stuff out of my Triumph Bonneville gas tank. I followed their instructions implicitly. And this is what is left of the sealant. They are now saying, oh, well, you know, it was bad preparation. I followed their instructions to the T. Now, I want to put my hands up and say I love POR15 products, with the exception of this one. This one is shit. I don't know why it did this. It could be because of that ethanol crap, which I am no fan of, as you are all well aware. However, this caused my bike not to run because it couldn't get fuel through this shit that got stuck on the filter. Oh, and let me show you those. I've got them soaking at the moment, but this is the filter. So once you get a piece of that shit wrapped round it, It's not gonna, you ain't getting no gas. You're being gasless. And that doesn't help. So I'm sorry, POR15. I do like your products, but your tank sealant is shit. And that's just a personal opinion. You take it how you want. Look at this. This is, well, just a piece that sat in the bottom. I mean, I followed their instructions, and if you look at my website, sorry, not website, my channel, you will see how I did everything that it said in the instructions. They are now trying to push it back on me and say, yeah, well, you did something wrong. No, I fucking well didn't. I emptied the tank, I cleaned the tank. I then put cider vinegar in the tank to terminate the rust or stop it. I then rinsed that tank thoroughly with water as they suggested. I then used their various degreasing preps and blah-de-blah-de-blah, and you can check back on my 2 videos, and I'll put links to those videos in the description so that you can see what I did. And please tell me, if you think I did something wrong, then great. You know, I'll put my hands up and say, yeah, all right, I fucked up, guys. Personally, I don't think I did. It would have been nice if POR15 had just said, wow, shit, yeah, that's not good. Now, I have suggested to them, and I don't know if it's true, as I said, that maybe ethanol is the problem. Then they need to change their formula. But I didn't even get the offer of, oh, well, we'll send you a new kit. Not that I'd fucking use it anyway. Or, well, send us your tank and we'll sort it out for you and you know, reline it or whatever. Nothing. Oh, well, you did something wrong, give us a call. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't bode well with me. As I said, and I'll say it many times, I love their products. POR15, as far as I'm concerned, is better than that Hammerite shit and all those other things, and I will happily use it, and I will continue to use it, but not this. I don't need this shit in my tank when I thought I was buying a good product. I won't publish this video until I've heard back from them one more time, or I've spoken to them on the phone, which will be tomorrow, and for you will be in a nanosecond. Well, this is just kind of a brief update on the tank for my motorcycle. I sent to POR15 photographs of the crap. I also sent them videos of how I did my work, and they continually say, basically it's my fault. Basically, I hate that word. They're continually saying it's my fault because there was some contamination inside the tank. I followed the instructions on the product kit implicitly, and all they're doing is saying, well, there was contamination, there was contamination. They have not offered me one iota of compensation or help. All they're saying is, oh, well, you're going to have to use thinners to remove the rest of the paint. Not, hey, we'll send you some thinners because our product didn't work as described in the instructions. Nothing. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to use their product. I do like the external paints, but there is no way in hell I will ever use their tank sealant again. It's crap. And I'm sorry, I bite tongue. I followed their instructions. And they just turn around and go, well, there was contamination. I'm sorry, if I followed your instructions, there should be zero contamination. You people designed this product, you know it comes to a DIY guy, and believe me, I'm no fucking amateur. I've been working on cars more lines years, and I've done tank sealants on other vehicles, not their product, but I've done car tank sealant, so you know, I'm not a fucking amateur. I am thoroughly disappointed with their response. Maybe it's just because there's some stupid little kid sitting on the end doing a what's it called, a pro forma response. Sorry guys, if you ever want to use a tank sealant, don't use POR15, is my opinion. You do what you want. I would never ever use it again. It was a waste of time and a waste of money. And what's worse is that they didn't even accept responsibility, or even if it wasn't their fault. There was something on the tank. I don't know. I can't think why. It's just a motorcycle tank. It's a piece of tin. But they weren't willing to accept responsibility or even offer some form of compensation. So POR15, tank sealant, don't use it in my opinion. Sorry guys, that's just my thoughts. You do what you want. And please spread the word on this so that others don't get screwed like I did. It caused me a lot of problems.